I'm Aditi Agarwal, founder at So2 High, and I have with me Ashmi Singhai, founder at Permanent Maker by Ashmi Singhai. Ashmi did her computer science engineering and is an MBA in finance, worked in multinational investment banks for more than 10 permanent makeup artists and cosmetology artists. She specializes in microblading, permanent lip brush, ombre powder brows, and Ashmi is excellent in academics and has always been very creative. A very warm welcome, Ashmi, at So2 High, and I'm really glad that I'll be talking to you about your journey, like from being an MBA and working with banks, and then this is totally different field you chose. So, what was the initial plan when you started with it? From where did you get the idea of, getting into permanent makeup and all?
Well, thank you so much for having me here. It's an absolute pleasure on my behalf to
Same
be
here.
talking to you and all your viewers. And I hope I am able to inspire some and influence some of the viewers and give them the courage to take a plunge, if at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Make a small positive influence in their life. So, as you asked, where did that idea come from? So, like they say, at the end of every bad situation or every painful situation has a positive angle to it if you choose to look at it. So that's how it happened. I was in corporate and I really enjoyed my corporate journey. I enjoyed my degrees for a long time. Like I did my CFA and everything, and I was enjoying it for a long time. But after 10 years, it started to become way too monotonous, and I was like, I just did not feel fit in. So at one point of time, it started like really hurting me that I just don't like this routine life and just seeing the same three people and doing the same few reports every month. And it started hurting me to the point like I was like, I am about to give up. And then I just quit without having any plan in hand. I had absolutely no direction, absolutely no purpose. I did not know what I'm going to do, but I just quit my job. I quit my salary, whatever package I was making. I had no plan where my next salary or something would be coming in. I knew something will happen, or I might just join back the corporate in few years. But for that moment of time, I just did not want to pursue it anymore. I left it, and then I was for few months I was totally lost. I had no idea, and I was so anxious throughout the day. 24 hours, I'll keep thinking, what is my next path? What is do I need to do more degrees, etc., etc. So my husband would direct me towards data science, machine learning, robotics, etc. So that was also one side. I was thinking to do
Yeah.
machine learning from Hyderabad Institute, and after like having a child, we were planning that I will, leave my family. I'll go to Hyderabad and I'll do machine learning course and I'll do that. But I knew वो कर भी लिया. After I take another degree, I will again get into a job, and again it will become the same 9 to 5 monotony. So I wanted to do something of my own, but I did not know. Somehow I stopped listening to my family. I did not listen to my father, mother, husband, anything at all. And we just happened to visit Thailand on one of the vacations, and I was like really moved by how beautiful everyone looked there, like the tourists. And
Mm.
I was really fascinated by people's brows. Like they were so perfect, so beautiful. I was like, how does everyone has such beautiful brows? And obviously in Thailand, every gully nukkad you get cosmetologist ka shop. It's like how we have restaurants here, like chota mota
Yeah.
Udupi restaurants. Like
Mhm.
there they have the cosmetologist establishment everywhere. And there were I read about a lot of courses there, and I figured out that it is like I could afford one course and I could just take a risk. And I that's how the idea came to me,
Wow.
like let's give it a try, let's give it a chance. And I wanted to give it my whole. So that's how it started.
Wow. So where did you do the course?
I did not do it in Thailand actually. I
Okay.
uh, read a lot, and somehow the Thailand courses felt, a little too cheap, and communication was a problem. I did not have too much confidence in them. Fortunately, my family lives in Boston. I visited my sister's place. She guided me through it. So I did my first course over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the courses never end. I'm still taking more courses.
Yeah.
So I've
Learning
already done 3
non-stops.
courses so far, and now also I'm doing a lot of, I'm giving trainings, I'm taking trainings at the same
Oh,
time.
you're giving also. That's amazing. I didn't knew that part. But what was the main idea behind being a permanent makeup artist and getting into cosmetology also with it?
Beauty has always been very important part of my childhood. Like my Masi is a Mrs. International,
Oh,
and my family is very much into beauty. I think every family is. I don't know,
yeah, but
but
some
yeah.
families are more.
Yes. So some my sisters are in pageants, and a lot of my sisters are very beautiful, and everybody wants to do everything. So जैसे conservative families में थोड़ा refrain रहता है ना कि ये नहीं करना वो नहीं करना. I mean, how often do you see girls who are so tattooed, especially like in the chest region and this? So
Yes,
not very daring. Globally, but at least in local context, Indian context, it will count as slightly, forward.
yeah, definitely.
So yes, so I mean, this came naturally to me. I mean, I did not think that this is going to be way too difficult. I knew that if I give it my whole, and I do have artistic inclinations, I am good at all kind of arts. Like whatever kind of arts you give it to me, I will pick it up. So nothing is very difficult. Like be it painting, drawing, clay
You're
molding,
learning
pottery,
tattoo
every
making also.
if I take it up, I know I will be able to do it full justice, much better than a lot of tattoo artists. I am confident about it.
Any
Yeah.
plans for that?
No. I do wish to focus on permanent makeup, and permanent makeup is mostly 70% of permanent makeup happens on face only. So I'm going to like stay focused and stay on this only. Tattoo making is very enticing because there's so much designing and so much you can put into it. There's so much creativity. I would love to do it, but not in this lifetime.
And
Yeah.
Rashmi, tell us about your first experience, first client that you got.
First client was my mom only. So it was very easy. Few paying clients. Yes, I was a bundle of nerves. Totally a bundle of nerves because when you're operating on someone's face and you know you're going to make a difference which is going to change their face for years together, it can make you very nervous, and then it could be painful also. They can bleed also. They may not like it, and then it is not removable. So yes.
So in these 2.5 years, how many clients you have had?
I don't have the exact count, but 600-700 also it could be. Yeah.
And
Yes.
what are the sacrifices you have made to achieve what you are today? Like, no journey can be without sacrifice.
To be honest, if you ask me, I have not made any sacrifices, but my family has.
Okay. So it's either
Yes,
way.
like
It has to be
yes,
done.
like I said, like my family tries to pull me into things, but my mind is elsewhere only. I'm always thinking about work and I'm always thinking about business. So I never dedicatedly participate into any activities or spend a lot of quality time with my friends. So in that way, my family and friends have sacrificed with my quality time.
Wow.
But I haven't, because I am enjoying what I'm doing.
Right. And what extra steps do you take to be established or what you are today? Like, you're a successful makeup artist, there's no doubt in it. And being a permanent makeup artist, you need extra effort and you need to learn so many things, and you are taking up courses also.
I think understanding your clients, which background they're coming from, is the key ingredient. So there are two-part answer to that. One, I think, is not everyone can be artistic, not everyone can be a permanent makeup artist, because a lot of it comes from your genetics. Like some people are just inherently good at math, and some people are just inherently good at arts.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying, that I am blessed in that way, that I kind of from my childhood days have an intelligence towards arts. Although I was in banking and although my degrees are not related to arts at all, but I always had an artistic bent of mine from my childhood. What I wore, how I kept myself, I always attracted people's compliments that you have some good sense about fashion and arts and the way I decorated my home. Everybody asked me कि आपने कौन से interior वाले को hire किया? We never hired any interior guy. I only did it. So I always had an artistic bent of mine and had a good sense about what would be right for what for people. So even in permanent makeup, a lot of people do go through these trainings, but I see like somehow their innate understanding of how it should be done is probably not as accurate, and they might need more training.
Yeah,
that's about it. So having an inherent bent of mind towards art has been like a blessing to me. Secondly, I would say is understanding my clients.
Okay.
कुछ लोग जो आते हैं जिनको एकदम like bold change चाहिए रहता है, whereas some people who just want like a minimal change so that no one finds out what has changed. So just analyzing your client's personality, having a conversation with them, and then understanding what would she be comfortable with. And so yeah, that is a very unique, I think, is my strength, which I don't see is very common with other professionals, like having that understanding of the clients. So I think these two are my biggest strengths. Yeah.
What advice would you like to give to individuals or women, girls who would like to take up as being a permanent makeup artist?
Lots and lots of patience. That is one. Like, I've seen a journey of a lot of permanent makeup artists across the globe. And this is not easy. Even I have junior artists under me, and they have really tough days. Like, there are times when they cry and cry after a session.
Oh.
After having done certain, like, having catered a client, the way things went on between their clients and them, the way clients reacted to those changes, it's a difficult journey. Okay. And you have to spend like 1 to 2 difficult years before the road becomes smooth. Because women are very attached to their features, and these are permanent changes. So changing someone's brows, changing someone's lips, eyes, if they don't like it for a minute, they're going to just blast at you left, right, center. Yes. So it's not easy. I mean, we receive a lot of requests from people to train them, to teach them, and we just don't jump into those training opportunities because it's not for everybody. One, you have to have a lot of patience. Second, you have to have innate sense of art. So if you have to be like very confident that I am extremely good at arts, you have to be very confident about that. Like, it's not like makeup. Makeup कोई भी कर लेगा, एक बार foundation लगा लेगा, lipstick लगा लेगा, everyone is going to look better. But it is definitely, although the word says permanent makeup, but it is definitely not like
makeup. Not more than that.
It's very sensitive, extremely sensitive.
It was great talking to you and knowing more about you and your work, and really inspiring. And thank you for sharing all these details with us.
Yeah, I had a good time talking about my journey with you, Aditi. Thank you so much for calling me.
For being at